Hey guys, Adam with AeroWorks Productions, and today I've got a real cool item for you. If you're a big fan of quadcopters and a fan of Star Wars, Hogs has brought to market the Millennium Falcon quadcopter. This thing is really cool. It comes with a remote controller, the Millennium Falcon, and it has LED lights on it. Very realistic look, flies great, and with the holidays coming and winter coming, if you need a cool quadcopter to fly indoors, check out the Millennium Falcon quadcopter. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you get inside, and then we'll take this thing out and give it a test fly. All right, let's take a look at what you get in the kit. First, you're going to get, of course, the cool Millennium Falcon with weathered paint scheme. You're going to get the remote control and charger. You're going to get a USB charging cable. And of course, you're going to get a full set of instructions. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Millennium Falcon itself first, and we'll show you what's all included on that. Now, the first thing you'll notice is it's got a really cool weathered Millennium Falcon paint job. It looks like it's been out there in space for quite a while. It is a very lightweight, soft foam, so you can be rest assured that if you fly this indoors, you're not going to harm anything because essentially the whole thing is made out of very lightweight foam. The ducted fans or the quadcopter motors are actually shrouded very well. So when you look at it from the side, it has a very realistic look going through the air. And if you hit anything, it's pretty impossible to even damage anything unless you stuck your fingers directly into the motors. And even then, they're such small motors, you probably wouldn't harm anything. On the top here, we have the on and off switch, and we have the charging port. When you turn it on, you'll notice that it has really cool LED lights on the front, as well as this really cool blue LED hyperspeed LED on the back side. Moving on to the remote control and charger. This is your typical quadcopter remote control. So this is your throttle for up and down. This is your yaw left and right. And then of course you've got your pitch and roll. What they've also included on this, what Hogs included on the Star Wars Millennium Falcon, is they included some special effects sounds. Now, we found that these didn't quite work because when you're flying the quadcopter near you, it's making quite a bit of noise as it is, so you really don't hear these. But when you have the switch on and you're flying, it does produce some sound effects from the Star Wars movie. Now, inside the right grip, you're going to notice there's a little hatch here, and this opens up, and this is your charging cable. So after you've installed your AA batteries on the inside of the remote control, this will actually act as your charger, and when you plug this in to the Millennium Falcon, to the charging port, and power up the remote, you will get a charge light indicator, and it will go ahead and charge up the batteries in the Millennium Falcon. Now, one thing they did a little bit different on this one, if you notice here, the charge cable that they include is a USB to what would be considered like an Android or a mini USB charging cable. Now, there is no port on the Millennium Falcon to plug this into. So what they actually intended this to be used as is kind of a pass-through charger. So you plug in the large port into your computer, you plug the small end into your remote control, and then instead of using the batteries that are inside of the remote to charge the Millennium Falcon and wear down those batteries quicker, it allows you to use your computer or USB charger to pass that power through and then plug this into the Millennium Falcon and actually charge it as a pass-through. So while you're doing that, you'll get an orange or a blue charge light will flash here, and when the charging is complete, the light will go out, and then you can turn off the radio and you're ready to fly again. So let's take a look at getting this powered up, and we'll actually do a little test flight here and see how it works. All right, so to get started flying your Millennium Falcon, the first thing you always want to do with anything RC is always turn on your transmitter first. So we're going to go ahead and push on the transmitter. You get a green light there. And then when you're ready to power up the Millennium Falcon, you just simply turn on the power switch, and you don't want to touch it for those first few seconds. You'll notice the lights will flicker here and it'll go back to solid. That means we've established a solid link, and we've done a little bit of a calibration to the copter itself. To take off, you're going to simply raise the throttle and put it back into a hover. Once we get off the table here, it smooths out very nicely. One thing I really like about it is because you don't see those props in the view as much, it has a very realistic look to it. So if you want to have your do some Star Wars battles or shoot a little mini movie, it has a very realistic look to it. And the cool thing is, with it being shrouded, it really doesn't matter if you bump into something in the house because you're not going to hurt anything. Even if you bump into yourself, it's shrouded enough that, you know, it's not going to really hurt you or do anything bad. So you can have a lot of fun with this, recreate your favorite Star Wars scenes, and go out and have some fun. And if you're in the inside in the wintertime and you can't get out because it's too cold, pick up a Millennium Falcon and fly around the living room. So we appreciate you guys watching. Check out airhogs.com or go to target.com. They've got the Millennium Falcon. Retails for about $100. Gives you about 5 to 8 minutes of flight time. A lot of fun. A couple things I didn't mention in the back. They do have two other buttons. One is supposed to be like a light speed button. We found that that worked sometimes. I don't know if it has to do with the battery life or not, but it basically gives you a little flash of the lights on the back. The other button is supposed to initiate some sound effects. And again, you'd have to have the sound effect button on. It gives you your sound effects there. So again, cool. Check out the AeroWorks Productions.com website. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.